Alright, here we go for episode 2 of Current Rig Config. Back on the Enduro. Remember the last episode I said, yeah, my battery's a hot mess. I had the small tray on there. Oh, and if you didn't notice, yes, I went ahead immediately after I stopped filming the last video. I said, what is stopping me from putting on my inner fenders? Nothing, just time and some plasti dip. So yeah, they're not bolted in yet. I just wanted to kind of test fit and see if I could in fact fit a large battery tray and the over fenders, which yes, you can. So I will go ahead and bolt those on here in a second. But yeah, there it is. That is the large battery tray included with the kit, with the RTR and the kit. That is a 2200 mAh milliamp hour. Sorry, I know people with some irksome when people say mAh. Anyway, that is a 2200 3S battery, soft pack, Integi, however you want to say it. I'm horrible at pronunciation, obviously. Anyway, it fits. So it's got wiggle room, which I'll probably fill with some foam padding that I have somewhere around here. Or I might have something else. What am I talking about? Well, a good friend of mine sent me a little care package. Let's see what we got. So this good friend of mine, don't know if he wants his identity anonymous to protect the innocent, or well, anyway, if you're watching, you know who you are. Thank you, friend. And let's see exactly what we have coming from the north. Not too far north. This got here faster than either of us anticipated. Alright. What is this? It's like cheesecloth. Nobody knows about that. Unless you're in the Navy. What is this? Like fiberglass? No. Like, haha. Here's some scratchy, itchy. No, it's like, yeah, it's like cheesecloth. Wow, that's nice. Thank you, friend. Oh, yes. Yeah. So, that is what I'm talking about. This is the super duper awesome 3D printed low CG battery tray. It's just got little tabs on there, very similar to a certain house that makes 3D printed doohickeys. I don't think there's any like copyright infringement. It's just like, hey, I made a thing on my 3D printer. You want one? Cool. Thank you very much, friend. I will install that shortly, along with bolting down my inner fenders. And in true Apple one more thing, or whatever. I'm not an Apple guy, I'm an Android guy. It's just, that's the cutter of things, made from things that my dad fashioned from a thing. Cool. So yeah, what else? We got some, some factory team parts. Enduro beadlock hex adapter, brass. Weighty, heavy goodness down low. I know it's reciprocal, what do you call it? It's reciprocal mass, unsprung weight, it's on the wheel, it's bad, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, the plastic beadlocks from the factory, they need a little help in the weight department. So, press. Awesome. So, I'm not going to, like, install these on camera because A, that would be embarrassing, and B, I don't think I have enough room on my memory card to do that. So, through the magic of editing and interwebs and all that hocus pocus, smoke and mirrors, poof, next time you see the truck, this stuff will be installed, and maybe I'll do it here in a few minutes, and this will be a 2-part episode 2. Or maybe I'll just edit it together. I don't know. We'll see. I'll probably even cut all this out because I'm just rambling now. Alright. See you later. And we're back. Episode 2.5. Update for the current rig config on the Enduro Sendero. So when you last saw, I got some goodies. Body pins. And went ahead and installed them immediately following the last video, or the first half of this video, however you want to consider my chaotic episode numbering or lack of any kind of organizational skills. So here goes. Yeah, there it goes. So, got the fenders in. They don't fit quite as good as I would hope they would. You know, there's some gappage. Yeah, little gap there. Kind of weird in here. So they don't go all the way against the frame rails as I thought they would. But it's all good. Maybe I should have got a shot with the body on. I still got to do a little bit of trimming. Maybe a tiny bit here was poking out of the fender on the forward. But not a big deal. Just a few minutes with some body skizzers. Should fix it right up. Anyway, yeah. So goodies went in last night. And it's pretty cool. So, friend of mine printed out that the battery tray rather. I don't know if there's a skid yet. There probably is. Somebody help me out in the comments. Is there a skid 3D printed for the Enduro that would lower the whole? Because I keep hearing the transmission sits too high. I tend to agree with that. Sits pretty high in there. There's all this empty space here, and that should sit lower. Same person that sent me this battery tray has had some success shaving down the bottom of the transmission mount, and that saves a few millimeters, gets that weight down a little bit lower. I may or may not try that. I don't know. We'll see. I kind of don't want to go too nuts doing, like, you know, cutting and grinding and, you know, doing permanent upgrades to this. That would be like the one exception, is the bumper mount thingy doohickey. So another thing came into mind is I said I was going to get another mount. I'm like, why don't I just take the front mount and put it back on the front? Because there's nothing going on back there that would prevent me from using the original rear bumper mount. So I may go ahead and do that. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe that'll be the next episode. I don't know. But again, with the body, I don't know how that's all going to fit. I might have to just do some trial and error fitment stuff. So the battery tray, pretty neat. Just bolts right in. It's pretty straightforward affair. The wiring fits under there, no problem. I've got more than stock wiring going on here. It's mostly for the bumper lights that I still have not yet installed back in the bumper. So they're just kind of hanging out there between the servos. And I got wiring for the servo winch. So there's a heck of a lot of a wiring situation here. But it all fit underneath this battery tray, no problem. And you see how low that tucks in right between the rails. Very nice. I would comfortably say I would even pay for this. I didn't have to. Just, you know, a buddy of mine looking out for me. Appreciate that. And yeah, but I would easily pay for this. It's a solid upgrade. It does get the battery substantially lower, both closer into the frame rails and lower, just reducing the center of gravity, especially for a big old honkin' 3S. Now it's not huge. Oh, that reminds me. You know what? Let me try something real quick. Let's go over here to the old box of batteries. Sorry, I got other stuff in here in the way. Let's see here. Get the old ammo can. Let's see. Come along with me and rummage through my stuff. All right. Got this old 4000 3S. Let's see what it do. No problem. So if I want, I can throw a 3S or a 4000 3S in there, 4000 milliamp hour, and I could probably run trails like an entire weekend on that. I'm not super throttle happy with these. I just kind of cruise around, you know, half throttle most of the time, anyways. I don't really rip on the throttle to get up on stuff. If I can't get up there in one smooth punch, then I don't sit there and spin my tires all day. But yeah, so that's an option. Maybe I'll go ahead and get me one big old honking battery. Now the only setback, of course, is yes, I'm putting more weight up top. So that's a thing. The only thing I did not get to last night was these. Yeah, they take a while. That's a lot of screws. Quick math, 6 times 4. Oh yeah, like 16, right? Yeah. That's a lot of screws. So I don't have time to do that. We'll see where we're at with this. I don't know if I'm going to do a big old... Oh, she's pretty puffy, huh? Yeah, I should get rid of that. What do you think? Don't squeeze it, it'll blow up in your face. I don't know. Probably not the safest battery to have around. That's why it was in the ammo can. Anyway, for the meantime, I like these little guys. They're great. I don't mind stopping on the trail and swapping in another 22 Hyundai. Pretty good. I like that. Nice and small, compact, lower weight up top. Yeah, I think I'll stick with these. I've already got 3 of them. I'll probably order some more. Anyway, that's the current rig config right now. Got the inner fenders in. Got the low CG battery tray in. And so I tuck this in here. Body goes on. Pretty easy. Now, there is one thing I was hoping with that lower CG battery tray is that I could fit my interior. It's just barely, like a couple millimeters too high, and I did try and test fit it last night, but I might have to maybe hinge the floor on the interior. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. Here we go. So there's the interior tray. That's I got that on eBay. And I just pulled the trigger on it and said, oh, look, it's a classic truck interior. Turns out, I took a closer look at it, and I'm like, I'll be damned, that's like a 79 Ford Dash. So, yeah, it's going to go in a 79 Ford. Wow. So, I think this is a repop from something. Is it for this? I mean, did Proline come out with a specific 79 Ford interior tray for that? I don't remember. I don't remember seeing it. I did notch the back to clear the roll cage mounts. Anyway, I stuck it in there, and the floorboard just barely doesn't clear the battery. So I might just cut along the bottom of the dash and let the floor come up behind the dash and just kind of hinge up. And I'll probably have to cut the sides as well, just to kind of let the floor hinge a little bit, so it'll push up inside the dash. And that way it won't look totally terrible, and you won't be able to see through the floor. I'm not going to cut the floor out entirely to clear the battery. But if I hinge the floor, it should fit if I just cram it. Yeah, but maybe next time. Yeah? So that's where we're at. And yep, body fits on. Inner fenders look pretty good. A little bit of gappage in there along the edge. But I think if I get the body down a little lower, it'll cover that up. And should look much better. So maybe I'll flip around those bumper mounts like I said, and of course that'll push the body even lower and less room for the interior tray, but we shall see. Alright, Thanks for watching. See y'all next time.